So the demo for Hotel Architect was released last February 25 until March 9 of 2025. And because there were new things added to the game, you know I just had to give it a go. So, if you missed out on that one, then let me take this honor to take you on my hotelier journey. I first went through the Gothenburg storyline. Upon arriving at the destination, I was greeted by Anna,
Ahoy there!
a self-proclaimed guru and business coach. She's to assist me in achieving my ambitious goals.
Let's start by learning how to navigate your hotel.
After some basic tutorials on camera movement, setting up my hotel rooms, and employing my hotel staff, I've landed my very first guest booking
You've just landed your first guest booking.
and got my very first reward. Now, I've managed to unlock most of the things here. Unfortunately, some idiot forgot to press the record button.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
So, the only bonus objectives left to do are having at least 30 guests check in, get at least $1 million in cash, and get at least 4 hotel stars. The 5 hotel stars is not yet achievable, so I'll worry about that next time. Huh, I swear this is new, and I love it already. Now eventually I did get to research most of the upgrades. I've also managed to climb towards $600,000 in cash, and if I was going to fit in 30 rooms in this hotel, I would have needed to remodel the place. So let me jump back into my save game and let's start building. Don't mind this. For some reason, the game wouldn't allow me to destroy this fully. I began constructing the new hotel on day 38. I've started with the entryway on the very corner of the property. I've also put in a dumpster on the other side of the property. And as always, I'd be using the whole space for the hotel. Time for some interior walls. If you've watched my previous hotel architect video, you probably saw me do this the last time. And I'll be honest, I really like how it looks, because it gives my staff a much more sense of privacy and security. I've also measured 3 receptionist desks to be placed. Now 3 might be a little overkill, but I'm expecting a lot of guests to come, so 3 would do just fine, I think. Next, I separated the restaurant from the lobby by putting this inner wall here. Then I filled in the rest of the property before adding in the inner walls to separate the bathroom, gym, staff room, maintenance room, laundry, and kitchen. The first room I made would be the staff room. The next room beside it would be the maintenance room. And the room beside that would be the comfort room. I've made the restaurant a little bit bigger too to cater for more guests. I've also thought about having a separate room for the showers, which I have put here with direct access from the gym. Now there was a lot of debating inside my head as I couldn't find the right sizes for my shower room and laundry room. I finally decided on the layout eventually, so well done me.
Nice.
I've also started to lay in windows around the first floor of the hotel, and as well as the doors in between the rooms. After that, I finished the inner walls to complete the layout of the gym and the kitchen. I've also added these floor-to-ceiling windows just to add a bit of aesthetic to the kitchen. It kind of gives the whole "we cook our food fresh" feel to it. After adding in more windows around the first floor, it was time for construction. All foundation floors were finally constructed by the following day. Thus began the zoning of the first floor. And while the rest of the construction was going on in the background, I took this time to blueprint the interior design of the hotel, starting with the staff room. After I've laid out the furniture for each of the zones, I then assigned my staff into their respective workplaces. And finally, it was time for the flooring and wallpaper. I've also decided that I will be using the elevator for this hotel, since this was new and I wanted to try it out. Once the wallpaper and flooring were placed, I then ordered some furniture to be placed in the lobby. I didn't put the reception desks yet, as I still need to make rooms for my guests, and try to get this elevator to work. And for that to happen, I had to make my second floor. I first needed access to the second floor, so I had these stairs placed in. Also, yes, I am aware that I am paying my construction team to stand and wait for orders. Once my construction team was able to place the flooring directly on top of the elevator, I was then able to place in the elevator at the second floor. And from here on out, it was just more interior walls. I won't bore you with the specific room designs. All you have to know is that I focus on backpackers and sporty guests. And given the situation that we need to fit and have 30 rooms checked in all at once, there will be a lot of small rooms. And by small, I mean small, like 2 by 2 small. And finally, after everything was built in, it was the start of my hotelier journey once again. My gosh, look at that debt ratio. Oh hey, look at that! My first few clients. And it looks like I have my first critic to my newly renovated hotel. I actually noticed that my rooms were a bit overpriced for my customers. Now I'll admit, it's because I use more of the fancy variants of the furniture. But it was a relief nonetheless that they're still willing to pay that much. But hey, if it's too much, you can leave a review on your way out. Right, Daniel? Speaking of, time to follow him around and see what works and what doesn't. Looks like the kitchen and restaurant's good because our boy was satisfied. Toilet, good. Seating, of course. Okay, I'll take note of that. Not sure why you didn't use the one on the second floor, but okay, I guess that is nearer to you. I wasn't able to follow him the next morning, but luckily I saw this. Garbage can, of course. Hold on a second. Did y'all see that? Run that again. Okay, something's wrong now. It happened again the following day. Alright, Daniel, tell me, what's wrong with my hotel? Seating and games. That's all? Not even going to mention the kitchen restaurant dilemma, huh? Alright then, I was observing my finances and well, let's just say that I'm just at break even with my expenses per day. It's okay, but it's not great. So it was time for me to add in a couple of rooms to start paying off my loan. Yes, I know I still keep using the fancy variants. Look, the customers are still paying, and I don't fix what's not broken. Fabian arrived today as well, so I'll keep an eye out for what's still lacking in my hotel. And with cash on hand, more room was to be made available for more customers. Alright, Fabian, how was your stay? Okay, still the seating and gaming issue. I guess it's only the editing I'm at hero who sees a problem and not the playing I'm at hero. By day 50, Fabian has checked back in and I've doubled the available rooms since the grand opening. Okay, surely I'll make huge profits now. I hope. Oh my gosh, the gym is way too crowded. I'll have to take some notes on doubling the machines and equipment to shorten the lines and decrease waiting time. Okay, restaurant, let's see what needs to be done here. It happened again. I really have to do something about that because it's costing me money. The amount of cash I should be earning from the restaurant is not coming in. But you know, it's funny how editing iMatero quickly saw that, but playing iMatero is blind as a bat. I did get to confirm it with the devs eventually. Apparently, the new combo fridge is not restocking due to a bug. So I will change my fridges to just the regular big variant. Also, it's honestly probably why I can't get 3 stars in the early parts of the playthrough. Now I've got some time to finally renovate my gym. 3 of the new washer and dryer combo was just enough to keep the stock of the towels in the shower room up to par. So I went to cut the laundry room in half, adding the extra room to the gym. And like I said a minute ago, I've doubled the machines and equipment in the gym to cater to more gym goers in my hotel. Hopefully, that'll keep everyone happy. I got another revisit from Fabian on day 53. He's probably eager to see the changes I've made to the gym, compared to the last time he was there. As I was fixing up the last few rooms to complete the second floor, Fabian checked out and gave my hotel its very first 3-star rating. I don't know how it happened, but I'm glad it did. More stars means more money. More guests. Seating is still an issue though. I know what you're thinking. I still need 6 more available rooms if I want to achieve the goal of having 30 guests check in all at the same time. And to that I say, just you wait. Another critic left the hotel unhappy on day 57. 2 stars. We're back at 2 stars. I actually thought of adding in another floor to accommodate the last 6 available rooms that I needed, but unfortunately, the game wanted me to figure it out the hard way. Oh, and hey, another 3-star review left by a critic on day 60. I've also managed to bring my debt ratio of 73% down to almost 50%. Yay! On day 61, I've started another renovation on the second floor of the hotel. This time, I'm making space for those 6 available rooms that I needed. So, most of the rooms here on the second floor will become smaller. Don't worry, it's all for the goal. After which, I'll revert back to its spacious rooms. Day 62 and it all boils down to the last room to be converted into 2 smaller rooms. I can't wait for him to check out, so I just had to become a manager and forcibly kick him out of his room. And by the end of the day, the last 2 available rooms have been booked by guests. And not for long, I've gotten the achievement. So it was just a matter of getting $1 million in cash and having a 4-star hotel rating. Another 2-star review on day 63. And finally, I've added in the sofas the critics have been requesting since the launch of the hotel. I was honestly starting to question myself what day I actually added them in. No other renovations were made, so I'll just keep you guys updated with my critic reviews. On day 66, I got a 3-star rating from Alexa.
No other renovations were made, so I'll just keep you guys updated with my critic reviews.
Okay, I lied, but I think this was the last one. On day 69, I got a 3-star rating from Fabian. On day 72, I got a 2-star rating from Marianne. On day 75, I got a 3-star rating from Daniel. And on day 78, I got a 3-star rating from Alexa. I've also got to repay my debt in full by day 78. So now there was only one clear goal, and that is the road to $1 million in cash. I'm amazed by how it took playing iMaterial long to finally reach out to the devs and ask about the meat combo fridge bug. But finally on day 87, I changed my fridges to just the big variant. I honestly have no idea why I kept pushing oysters in the menu when I don't even have access to the sunbathers and brat guests. By day 90, I got a 3-star rating from Daniel and managed to climb to the $300,000 mark. Only $700,000 to go. By day 93, I got a 3-star rating from Alexa. And as soon as she left, I began some construction. Now, of course, sporty guests pay more than backpackers. That's why I decided to revert to the spacious room. Again, I honestly thought I'd change them back immediately after I got the reward. But no, I decided to wait roughly 30 days after. And on day 94, I've finished the last room. And I was very happy with how things look right now.
It was perfect. Perfect.
On day 96, I've gotten the highest 3-star rating from Alexa. and another on day 99, this time coming from Daniel. I won't keep you long as this basically happens from here on out, so I'll just keep you updated with the amount of dollars in cash, since that is my goal. Which honestly will not take long to update you guys with. By day 101, I've hit the $500,000 mark. By day 104, I've hit the $600,000 mark. By day 108, I've hit the $700,000 mark. By day 112, I've hit the $800,000 mark. By day 116, I've hit the $900,000 mark. And finally, by day 119, I did it. I got the reward for having $1 million in cash. And for old time's sake, on day 120, I got the highest 3-star rating from Daniel Harsh. I guess that's it for now in Gothenburg. Pack your bags, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to Santorini.